Okay, JosefVStalin. And I'm sorry to start in the middle of a battle, but here's what happened. Basically, I had a new army marching to the gates of Berlin when I was intercepted by a Prussian army. And I didn't think this battle would be that decisive. I didn't think this was the entirety of the Prussian army. Turns out it was, and was an incredibly decisive battle on the road to Berlin. But while at the time I didn't record it, because like I said, I didn't think it would be decisive as it originally was. Fortunately, I saved it as a replay, and I didn't play any further after winning the battle, so I can show you this, and we can pick up right after this battle happened. So basically, this battle happened on the outskirts of Berlin. This isn't at Berlin itself, and we can see, you know, the mighty Prussian army with its musketeers and all that jazz. And I've kind of deployed in a V shape because, you know, it's effective with the cannons in the middle of the V, trying to funnel the enemy Prussians into my cannon fire, and so on and so forth. And I know people actually, whoa, I got hit by some cannons. People like the live battles more than the replays, but you know, shit happens. So, you know, replays better than nothing. Anyway, I'm gonna skip a little bit ahead. So the Prussian army is advancing slowly. I can see that they've got 2 units of Fusiliers trying to come up with the flank, and I know that Fusiliers are weak against the cavalry. So I got my cavalry, all of it coming up the side, which is a combination of Uhlans and Cossacks, to threaten these guys. And here comes their big line, and also their general's kind of in the middle here, and I'm bombarding him with cannon fire. Hopefully, gonna try and kill their general. But I wave off attacking the Fusiliers for now, because I notice the Hussars over here, and they're gonna die. Fusiliers are going to continue to keep going around while the main Prussian infantry force slowly advances. Still trying to kill that general. Then he says something stupid in German. You know, totally unrelated, there was a guy, anyway, generals retreating, there was a guy, there it goes. There's a guy in the comments a couple videos ago talking about how apparently Napoleon Total War takes no strategy or something like that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, man, is this guy like totally retarded? Like, it's like saying the generals of the time put no strategy into their battle plans and just kind of did whatever. Just, I don't know, just so just some people are so ignorant and so stupid that it really makes me sad. So anyway, I'm not really sure what the Fusiliers are doing. They're just going to continue to run away. I'm going to continue to chase them down with my cavalry until eventually the cavalry is able to catch up with them and continue to attack them in the back while they keep running away, oddly enough. And keep running away until they eventually break. And now the front lines have engaged, but I've just got so much more manpower and so much more firepower spread out along here, especially with the cannons in the center, that it's pretty much a mass rout. And there goes the Fusiliers. They've been broken. And all that's left is this last block of Prussian infantry. We're fighting bravely, but eventually they get overwhelmed. And oh no, here comes the dragoons! Here comes the dragoons! And fortunately I noticed the dragoons in time for the Russian musketeers to form a square. And take those guys out from a safe position. But the Prussians are rallying for another suicide charge. And they instantaneously run away. Also, I'm still facing off against those Fusiliers over here. Cavalry is doing their job quite nicely, and this battle just ended up being like a total rout for the Prussians. It's probably the most epic fail of a capital city I've ever seen in my life. It's like just Jaegers are taking it out of more Prussian musketeers who would be hell-bent on advancing to their death. And they form a square in the middle of an open field. They continue to be shot to pieces. Another unit of cavalry smashing into my musketeers. Not able to put them in a box this time, but these guys are just so weak that there's really nothing that they can do. And they'll stand their ground for a little bit, and I guess so eventually I do put my guys to a square. They won't be able to survive. And here comes the cannons. I've never seen the computer ever do this before, is actually take the cannons and move them close to my lines. Kind of close. But they're in the wrong position.
Our men are running.
No. Getting threatened by some musketeers on the flank and more Fusiliers. So I've got to reform this line to deal with these cavalry and musketeers. It's just like, aren't the Russian musketeers uniforms just so cool? I just love that uniform so much. And there goes the cavalry. The musketeers are still fighting, and it says they're combatant or winning slightly, even though they're not firing at me. I also love the drummers too. Aren't these drummers just badass? Just look at this guy drumming away. Not afraid of anything. Oddly enough, I can't hear his drum. Okay. This part was ridiculous. I have no idea how I lost, and I wish I had been looking at what happened. Because no one's firing that way. Nothing. None of my other units in the general's group are hurt or killed, except the general himself. I guess that must have been like either the luckiest cannonball ever, where it didn't kill anyone else in the general squad except the general, or he just keeled over and died because he was old and sick and, you know, had smallpox or something. Damn it, this battle's just about done. Just gotta go and get rid of the artillery groups, the artillery cannons, because they brought a lot of artillery and used it very, very ineffectively. Oh no! Oh no! Couldn't load the cannons fast enough. Now they're all dead. And more musketeers going on a suicide charge. Didn't last long this time though. They're getting picked off as they're trying to run away. And, you know, that's about it. There's not much more left to show this battle. So, I'm done with this, and I'll see you guys back on the campaign map.